Hi there. As you can see, I have a pond here and a waterfall, and I've always wanted to have a nice bridge going from the deck over the pond to the other side. Now, I used to have kind of a bridge, and what it was, yeah, move, thank you. And what it was just straight across on an angle from the deck going down. So what it really looked like was really just a ramp. And it was covered in plywood, and the plywood rotted, so I just tore the whole thing apart, threw the rotten plywood away. And for many years now, I haven't had anything there. But I still had the desire to put up a nice, decent bridge. So I thought, well, I could do something that goes straight across and it's just arched, and that would be kind of nice. But because of the height of the ground on the other side compared to where it would take off from the deck, it would be pretty steep on the offside. And I thought, well, that's not very good. So I thought, well, maybe I could do something that's arched and curved. So that's what I went with. And I want to show that to you today. Now, it's not an arch that is on a radius all the way up and down. As you can see, it's in 3 sections, and it's angular. But it's still an arch, and it still curves this way. So I'm going to show it to you now. Okay, so here's what it is like from the top side. So we've got the deck bolted on, both sides right through, and it goes up, across, it starts to angle to the side, and then it curves and kind of angles off the other side on the far end. As you can see, each section is blocked. The long section is blocked twice, the middle once, and the first section once. Now I'm going to have one support under this block. That's going to go straight down. I've got a piece of 2x4 just temporarily propping it up here a bit. But I've got a proper piece to fit under there that goes vertically straight down. And I've got this hole right here, and there's one right there. That's to run a wire through because I'm going to have a light on here as well. It's going to light up the pond at night. Should look pretty nice. And right here I have all the boards that are going to make up the top. So each one is cut differently, and so they are all numbered. It's upside down, but anyway, that's number 24. That's the last one. So they're all numbered and showing with an arrow which way they go. So those are going to be the top. And I'll just show you from the other side here. You can get a feel for it, kind of how it's going to go. I've got a cement landing pad here. Now the one stringer sits on it. The other one sits on this rock here instead. And that's okay, that rock isn't going anywhere. So anyway, the concrete is nice for a landing pad and kind of as a bit of a step from the ground up. And it also keeps the grass and everything down, which of course is very difficult to mow underneath a bridge. So that's that. I'm going to show you the angles here now. So right here we've got 11.4 degrees, and that's on the first section at the deck side. Then we got 4 degrees in the center section. And the last section coming down to ground is the steep one. That's over 22 degrees. So those are the angles. And you might think, man, that's pretty steep to walk on. And yeah, you're right. But that's what it's going to be. And of course there'll be railing. So anyways, this is the lamp I'm going to have on the side there. It's got a dusk to dawn sensor on it, and it shines out the bottom and around the sides here. So that'll be pretty nice, coming on and off for the overnight time window. Alright, you can see now I have the proper post under here to support that. And I run my wire through here and hooked it up into the light. So there you can see that. And the way I put this all together actually is with heavy grade steel bolts and nuts and steel plate welded together and until you get the right angles. There again. And then the same thing, we're bolting it onto the deck frame. Okay, so now I've got all the deck boards screwed on. I'm standing down in the water right now. So, yeah, anyway. Next, we'll get the rails on. And I'll show you one view from the top here. From the deck looking down. And I'll give you one view from over here. So you can get a perspective on the slopes there and the angles. Now, just to give you an idea on some of the angles that I'm working with here, the general slope of the ground of the yard is about 4 degrees. Starting at the far end here, where it comes over to the ground, here's a perspective on angles as well. So at the bottom of it, it's almost flat. And about halfway up, it's 2.2. And when you get to the top, it's 3.5. And on the top, the middle section, it's just over 5 degrees slope. And then on the last section closest to the deck, it is just under a degree. So it's almost flat here again. Okay, so here's what it looks like lit up at night with that light on the side. Take another look over here. Lights up through the boards. And I think that's pretty nice. Anyway, we'll get back to this in the daytime and get the handrails on. Alright, so I have all the railing posts on now, and I'm starting to work on putting some lattice on. So once that's all on, I'll show it up here and you can see what it looks like. Okay, so it is now almost complete. The only thing left are the handrails on the very top. So anyway, as you can see, I have the side posts on and the lattice. And it ties into the rest of the deck as well, except for the top handrail. So anyways, we'll get that on next. Okay, now the handrails are on and the bridge is complete. So I think it looks pretty good. So now I've got a bridge that curves and arches both over my pond. And it has a light for night which lights up the water and the waterfall, and I think it's pretty cool. So you can leave a comment, like, subscribe, and see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. You know, liking and subscribing really helps a small channel, so thank you so much.